Oh no, my finger!
1, 2, 3, go! Greetings, fume sniffers, fruit chasers, voyeurs, miscellaneous YouTube denizens. I am Tom.
I'm Caleb.
And this is 15 minutes of fume. Today, we are here to ostensibly smell perfumes from the recent Halloween 2022 collection, Bobbing for Apples. This is your chance to get in all of the how do you like them apples jokes in now. So while we're ready. How do you like them apples? How do you like having them? Do you like them in a... You've got a dog hair.
Damn it, I have covered in dog hair.
Do you like having them in a pie? In a tartelette? In a sauce? Do you juice your apples?
Wait, am I answering this seriously or in like the vein of a showgirl's response?
I mean, okay, look.
You just kind of kept going and then I was like,
did.
wait a minute, is this a real question about how I like my apples?
How do you like your apples?
I like,
How do you like having them? You've got great apples. No, really though. Do you eat apples? I've never seen you eat an apple.
It's never happened. Yeah, I like cutting them up and having little slices. I like just having just eating an apple.
I've never seen you do that.
I don't eat a lot of them, but I do like them. And I like a red apple or a green apple.
Uh-huh.
They're all great. This is all ending up on the cutting room floor. So.
I like my favorite way to eat an apple is with a little bit of peanut butter on an apple slice. I find that to be like, you get a little bit of the best of everything. You know? It's really not important. Because we're here to smell perfumes that are apple-tinged variations on various B-Pal blends. And the concept bobbing for apples is like Halloween-y and autumnal enough to merit this exercise in perfume foolery, I believe. And so, gosh, there's a lot of them. I don't think we have 100% of them.
I think we have all but one.
They're all, what we have is all here in the brain bucket. And I figured we could just pull randomly, and you could bob for a bobbing for apples out of the brain bucket, which is a sentence that makes sense in our world.
Number 1, the first bob.
You're using your hand? That's cheating. I thought you were...
I can't fit my face in there.
What if we fill it with water so that they float close to the surface, and then you could just like delicately grasp one between your front teeth? Is that something the internet would like to see?
I don't really care what the internet wants to see. The first I've pulled out is bobbing for blood kisses.
Oh,
ew.
Right. Bobbing for blood kisses. Sounds like a whole FetLife thing. Let's look up, I'm just going to make sure I get all of the original scents right. The original B-Pal blood kiss. You're already sniffing it, and I'm Googling.
Sorry. I got excited.
So, the scent of blood kiss, General Catalog Perfume by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. #BPAL, is lush, creamy vanilla and the honey of the sweetest kiss smeared with the vital throb of husky clove, swollen red cherries, but darkened with the vampiric sensuality of vetiver, soporific poppy, and blood red wine. And, there's more, a skin-light pulse of feral musk. And I know what you're thinking. All it's really missing is apples, right?
What if there was apples in it?
What if there was apples? So, also blood kiss, it sounds like, the classic like razor blade and the apple situation. So I'm going to pretend that's what I'm smelling. It's so funny, I could smell it from over there where you were handling it. The apple pardon. It's just like, woo, yeah.
It is undeniably apple-y.
It's crisp, it's sweet, it's fruity.
I smell honey.
I'm not getting that, but I am getting some of the cherry and the vanilla in the bottle. And I'm eager to put it on the skin and see if she will reveal more of her secrets to me. If not, it's fine. It's really none of my business.
We've only just met.
This is like, I'm not like super familiar with the original Blood Kiss. It's not my
I'm
thing.
not either. I have smelled it, but then I'm just like, well, yeah, it's nice.
This is like a really sexy perfume though, and it is fruity, but like in a mysterious, dark way. It reminds me a little more of the Poison Apple GC, which is probably not the first time I guess I'm gonna think that while we smell these. I noticed that in the copy for the new version, the apple perfumes, it does kind of characterize the apple itself, and in this case it says gleaming red apples, which is fitting because of the blood. Like, is it the apple that is actually red, or is it just coated in blood?
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
I'm no expert.
But yes, the honey, the vanilla, the apple. I would say that the clove and the musk are hanging out more in the background here. Maybe that will take a little bit of time. I do like that, cherry can be really overpowering in a fragrance, and sometimes that's the whole point. And in this case, it is not the whole point. Have you noticed?
I don't even smell it.
I'm getting it. But it's just like a little pop of cherry.
The apple is still like really maintaining that final note of her song right now. So I'm just like letting her get it out.
Yeah.
But I do smell the honey underneath it in a very fascinating way.
It is giving vampire. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know if you're getting that. Are you getting the vampire that it is giving?
Yeah, I can see that. It has a vamp tone.
Yes, it's like cool, it's seductive. There's like, I think the coolness actually may be coming from where the clove is, because I know that the clove can have a bit of a cool, almost, like clove is like numbing. I can't tell how much of that is just purely mental association, but I feel like there's like these warm notes, like the honey and the musk and so forth, and then you've got the clove, which kind of cools it off. And pairs really nicely with the apple. So we did it. We smelled that and talked about it. Do you want to try another one? Go for it. Should have put like a trap in there. Would have been so funny. What is it?
Bobbing for zombies.
Bobbing for zombies.
What kind of carnival is this?
It's just not sanitary. Bobbing for zombies. So it says dried rose petals and leathery dried apples soiled with Spanish moss, oak moss, and deep brown earth. So that's like, I guess for all of these, we pretty much incorporated the basic copy from the GC scent. So you have the full description. Love that for us. And then you've got this leathery dried apples. Here's my question. Is it going to have actual leather in it? Or is it real? Wow. I love Zombie, the original one. And it's kind of like I'm having a strange emotional reaction to having it, get its flowers, as it were. And have it, it's like, in a brand new outfit. It's so different than the one we just smelled.
It smells really dirty. There's a very earthiness to it, and which is funny because that first one was so appley in the bottle, and I'm not getting apple right now.
The oak moss and the dirt are just so intense that they're, I think, harder to overpower. They are tempered though, I think. Also, the floral of Zombie is really tempered. Everything that's a high-toned, badass bitch of a note in this has been toned down and smoothed out, and it's actually quite nice, quite tolerable. I find oak moss to be kind of a lot on the skin, it can really dominate. So, and honestly, a lot of apple forward scents just don't work for me because it's all I can smell all day.
Oh, interesting. I am getting the apple, but it is much more subtle and dry. It's not
it's not juicy.
It is not.
The juice is decidedly not loose. You know what I'm saying? It's like fruit by the foot, but like fruit by the 6 feet under.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a dirt apple.
How do you like them dirt apples?
How do you like them dirt apples? We were supposed to get this out of our system already. Weirdly.
I think it's going to keep going.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, because of the oak moss, there's like a kind of a nice freshness to it that isn't coming from like some kind of crisp, juicy apple. So it's really interesting, and I don't think it would read as super appley on the skin if someone like smelled your neck on a city bus. Not that you care what they think. Or maybe you do. Just saying, protect your neck. What have we got there?
Bobbing for SMUT.
Bobbing for SMUT. This says 3 booze-soaked apples soaked in smutty musks and sugar. Sounds pretty straightforward. Like, mentally I'm prepared. I think I know what I'm getting.
I smell SMUT.
I smell smut. There must be smut. I smell smut. It's like an incantation.
Oh, interesting. It's like, almost like, yeah, like candy apple SMUT.
It is. Didn't we do candy apple smut, though, back when we did Smut-a-ween?
We did, didn't we?
And it didn't smell like this.
It didn't smell like this, but this does have like a kind of candy apple quality to it.
For me,
it's
though,
just so sweet.
there is something really kind of like, I'm much more getting the musks, and it is so intensely kind of like sex forward. Like, truly, this is like, the smell is like a prelude to doing it. It just seems very inviting, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And because of the way that the musks mix with the booze and the fruit and everything, there just seems like, I don't know if like any of them is like the skin musk note, but it definitely smells like I'm up close to somebody who is being like, how you like them apples, you know? And I'm like, actually kind of afraid to give any answer.
Like, it smells kind of sweet and slutty.
Yes, it's this very sweet, very slutty perfume. I like how it's 3 booze-soaked apples, because before it's like, you know, like, and I think the description in the past is like 3 musks, but now it's 3 apples, and all I can think of is how Smurfs are supposed to be 3 apples high. That's the height of a Smurf, is 3 apples.
Oh, you ruined this one.
And there it is. It is more appley on the skin. I'm going to say that.
Oh, instantly.
Instantly more appley.
It's funny how something can smell so different in the bottle.
It's just like the musks are so creamy, though. You know what I'm saying? It's really smooth. I will say that it is a little less as forwardly sexy, I think, on the skin, and I can handle this better on the skin than I could in the bottle.
Yeah, in the bottle it was just much more like vivacious.
This
like
is
in
like,
a different way.
No, this is settled. It's more
this is
insinuating,
yeah,
instead of just like...
It's just subtle, yeah.
It's like, this is like normal cleavage compared to like Renaissance Festival cleavage. You know what I'm saying?
You keep saying you know what I'm saying a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Do I know what you're saying? Do you?
I mean, with that one, I think people definitely know what I'm saying.
No, I'm sorry.
Now, you want to try on another one? I feel like we've done this one to death.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, bug.
What is it?
Bobbing for snake oil.
Oh, well then. So this one is sold out, but should we sniff it? Just a little to see what people, you know, what the hubbub is all about?
Yes.
And then maybe people can let us know in the comments, how did you like those apples? Because some of you got them. Oh, okay. Okay. It says, our best-selling fragrance gets dunked. Dunked apples crushed into vintage patchouli, dark, rich, aged vanilla absolute, vegetal musk, and spices. Love this. Something about the additional sweetness of the apples makes the rest of it go almost popcorny to me. I don't know why.
That's funny. I admittedly put some of this on last night, and it's so funny because it's right now as I'm smelling it, it does not smell anything like it did to me last night, and I'm like, is this the same perfume? Did I try on something else? It does smell popcorny. That's what's throwing me off.
It's just because of the warmth of the spices, I think, and the vanilla. I mean, it's got that classic spicy, musky snake oil. And maybe I don't know why, but the apple interacting with it is going like a little bit like caramel apple on me, I guess. But it's surprisingly spicy. Maybe that's just in relation to what we've smelled so far.
No, it really is. There's a lot more spice in it. This doesn't smell anything like the one that I had on last night, which makes me wonder if I did put something else.
You may have goofed. It could happen to anyone. This morning I almost poured dog treats into my yogurt instead of cacao nibs. Didn't. Could have, though. I would say it's very close to OG snake oil, and it just has like a bit of hinty of apple-y, and it just,
hinty of apple.
Sparkles a bit differently. And yeah, it's funny how, I mean, I'm starting to understand, because a lot of the snake oil variants I don't really get, but when you really love something, having it held up to a different light, like you really get to appraise like sort of, different notes in it, and this one I really get. I would wear this, I think. I think the only other snake oil variant that I really wear is snakeskin, which you have stolen from me, which is the leathery one.
I did steal it.
This one is spicier.
It's much spicier. Does it mention extra spice?
It doesn't, but I also want to say that with the weenies, we are hoping to be able to restock these as the production, facility gets set up in our new home in Philadelphia. So don't lose hope. You may actually end up getting your bottle of bobbing for snake oil. Well, I'm awake now. Do you want to smell?
Okay, you know what? That actually really helped me.
Well, after smelling the coffee, it does smell more apple-y to me again. It's like my nose almost went dead on the apple.
I did need like some kind of clearance, because now it smells like it did last night. And something about like just like having all the apples on me, I think I was burnt out.
One can only have so many apples on one.
Can't one.
How would you like these apples? What do we got there?
Bobbing for daddy.
Okay, let's rock. Daddy. I've written a letter to Daddy. His address is heaven above. Okay, so this is a variant on the Daddy perfume we did with the pro wrestler Effie. Long live Effie. It says, it's like apples. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Apples blended with Daddy's signature notes of diabolical incense, bay rum, and a hiss of infernal fougere. And then there's the hayride joke, and it does have a hay note. So, we can never tell with us. We're the worst. Oh, I'm so glad that we smelled this one after a bunch of the others, because having smelled this before, out of curiosity, I thought that the apple seemed to overpower it quite a lot. And now, after having gone through a series of these, I definitely smell the difference. I smell the daddy in there.
Yeah.
We've made contact with daddy. And because of the infernal incense, I don't know if it's brimstone or what's in there, but there's always like a hint of like that kind of like tartness that really meshes so well with apple. It worked really well with the peach too. It brought out the tartness in the peach.
It really worked with the peach.
But with apple, this shit just makes sense. Also, it's nice because this is like with the zombie, this is one that kind of is a little more gender neutral, It's just kind of full of surprises. It's kind of like a sour apple incense with the grassy hay note. So let's do it. If I didn't already put something else there. Oh, it's so great. I want to wear this. I feel like I said that even when I am actually doing it. I want to do the thing that I'm doing. It's not all the time that I get to say that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This gives me enough of the fruit to feel like I'm participating without feeling overpowered by the fruit.
Ooh, I like what this is doing.
Yeah.
Apple.
It really makes that incense sing. Like the bay rum, I'm not really sure of. But, and as I said, I think when we smelled the peach ones, Effie had originally talked to us about doing some kind of fruit scent because it was just part of the fantasy. And we didn't end up going that route with the Daddy perfume, and it always seemed like a missed opportunity. And now we've corrected it twice in 1 year, so look at that.
Apple and peach.
We get around to everything eventually. I really like this. It's got kind of a bit of a freshness. I think it's got to be the hay, which it has a kind of strange, like it's transporting me to kind of like, what is it? Like The Witch or some kind of like strange bucolic outdoor farm setting, but with something sinister lurking in the trees. I don't know. So into it.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's sweet and smooth. And
just like Effie.
Surprising.
Yes. I mean, Effie is so full of surprises. For example, I've never seen someone take a folding chair to the head with such finesse. It's just like a real art. You know, like I watched a lot of wrestling, but then seeing Effie wrestle and watching that happen in person, and I'm like, this person is a mastermind who's just like slowly getting his brains caved in, but like, what style? So, shall we keep going? We're running out of brain cells in our brain bucket.
How many apples are on this tree? Bobbing for DODOS.
Oh no! Bobbing for DODOS, I've got it right here. Pink lady apples with pink and red musks, lemon peel, sugarcane, cassia, white sandalwood, mango, and agarwood.
Fruit salad.
It's gonna be sweet. It's
Fruit salad
gonna be fruit salad party.
Fruit salad party.
Can we have a nightlife circuit party called Fruit Salad Party, sponsored by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab? Whoa! Sorry, Disco. I just scuffed your little nose.
Okay, what's in here?
It's the pink and red musks, which are there, and the lemon peel, which kind of makes it a little spiky. The cassia's got to be like a cinnamon. And then you've got sandalwood, mango, and agarwood. So as much as it sounded like it was a fruit explosion, between the agarwood and the sandalwood and the cassia and the musk, there's really something altogether different at work here.
Cassia is cinnamon?
It is like really.
I didn't know that.
It's similar to cinnamon.
Cool.
I believe.
Okay. Well, now I know. I didn't know. I had no idea.
Right. We learn something every day, and sometimes what we learn is wrong. But we learned it. It's important to always keep learning, even if what you learn is wrong.
I have learned some new misinformation.
Right. Achievement unlocked.
Would you like me to tell you? Yeah, the lemon peel really gives it like this nice zing out of the bottle.
Yes.
Which, that's like what I was getting. I was like, what is this?
It's the lemon peel and the mango, plus the apple, which has that crispness that kind of send it airborne. So there's like a kind of a fruity freshness to it. And then it has this lovely kind of incensey spicy base. This is like ultimately pretty light and sparkly and playful, I would say. Overall cumulative effect. There's something kind of like...
I really love the apple and the lemon peel together.
Yeah.
It really does create something very special.
It's kind of bright and twinkly.
Yeah.
But it has enough, like, you know, interesting components that there's just, like, layers to drift through. It's got some real sparkle. All the way down to that, the agar, which is great because I've noticed how that kind of has its own tartness, you know, and can blend so nicely with like a fruit. So and then the ones I normally like with that are like a, you know, dark red fruit situation, but this is a whole different thing, and it's just very nice. What have we got left? Might I just pull it out because I thought we had the ball gags one.
Oh, we're missing 2.
We're missing 2. We have
Oblivion and ball gags.
Bobbing for ball gags. I was really hoping to smell that one, but I will settle for bobbing for jack-o'-lanterns. Spiced baked apples with nutmeg and cinnamon mushed into pumpkin pulp, glowing peach, and murky clove. So I guess this is like a riff on Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And away we go. Oh, wow. Instantly takes me back to being at 6th grade camp and learning how to bake apples in tin foil in the campfire. It really does have that smell.
It smells sticky.
Yes, it's very foody. I think it's probably the foodiest one that we've
Wow.
really smelled.
Oddly enough, yeah. Is it because of the... Wait, no, what's in there?
It's the peach, the pumpkin,
Okay.
the spices.
Yeah, all those spices. It's really...
Yes. That's instantly where the pumpkin starts to come out. I didn't get much of it in the bottle because I was so overwhelmed by the baked apples and remembering, all sorts of things about 6th grade. And all of that is now mercifully fading away.
Well, that's like properly autumnal.
Yes, even the peach, which is kind of weird because it's like, even though it's not like a really autumnal association, it's something about the color palette. And it ties in with just like the, cornucopia of foodie treats. Getting a little more of the spices, picking them apart individually. It's really nice. Like it's like an accordion scent where you smell it in the bottle and it's all compressed, and then you get it on the skin and it goes, and you can kind of like consider it a little more prismatically. So in conclusion, how did you like them apples?
I thought it was a very interesting journey through this orchard, and
Whichever one is here, I really like. Is that Daddy? It might be Daddy.
I don't know. I don't know your layout.
I don't know your
What
life.
arm did you start on?
I'm hopelessly lost.
I know where I started. I started right here.
I can definitely tell what was the... Wait, is this where I started? And because we've done this all wrong, I can't even look it up. Oh, that's the blood kiss. Loving the blood kiss. I'm smelling the honey.
Oh, me too. Oh, wow.
She's blooming. The
That's
zombie
a
has
heavy
only
honey.
gotten dirtier and scratchier, and that's just lovely.
Wow. Yeah, it has.
The snake oil at this point, and again, it's all a slurry, so I can't really tell if this is realistic, but it feels like it's gone mostly all the way just to snake oil for me.
Oh, I like whatever is right here. I think that's smut. Wait, is it?
The smut is beautiful. It's so smooth.
I think it...
These musks
I
just
feel
like...
like I'm losing my mind.
These musks are working together just like so compatibly. It's like the women in the solid potato salad, like contortionist, vintage advertisement. Yeah. It is an ad, right? For potato salad. It's
I
not
don't-
just a thing from a movie, because
I
people
don't
would never
know.
just sing about potato salad just to confuse me, right?
Unless it's part of the movie. Maybe the sisters make a mean
If it
potato
is,
salad.
don't tell me. I mean, altogether, these make a really fascinating brew. So, yeah, what a collection. So, as usual, I will go ahead and solicit you to include your reactions to any of these that you have obtained, especially since I know not everyone is able to get all of them at the moment, so why not make somebody just like seething jealous? Also, I really should remind people to start adding more reviews to the bpal.org web forum for the weenies, because I've been stalking them because I get excited to see what people thought about a bunch of the stuff we worked on. And a lot of the ones I've been looking at, there just like aren't as many reviews. And especially since people are going to have to wait so long to maybe for a restock. It would just be great to have as many impressions as possible out there. So if you smell the perfume and have thoughts about it, and you don't want to sit in front of a camera and tell the world, I've got great news for you. You can just go jot down some impressions, and people for maybe 100 years will find those in their search results and possibly be grateful for them, or just wonder what the fuck all of us were talking about. You know? I mean, I'm wondering it right now. Looking back over the last, 20 odd minutes of fume. So, I sure hope that stomach gurgle reads on camera. Well, on that note, the apples made you so hungry.
It's just time to eat.
You just had pizza.
That was a while ago, actually.
Okay. Well, let's just move on and close her out, shall we? Disco, any last words of wisdom for the fine people?
What one was your favorite?
Disco.
Do you like apples?
Maybe if we can get a reaction, if he smells any of them, if he perks up. Oh, no clear reaction. He seemed to prefer this arm, I think.
Oh, like the smell of the ring.
It could be the ring. Ring was very fascinating. Well, that was a waste of time, so we're just going to sign off for now and come back with more minutes of more fumes in I guess probably next week. So stay cool, everyone, in this November weather. And my God, if you're watching this today, the day that this video airs, it's not too late to go participate in our democracy, such as it is, while we still have it. So go do a vote, and we'll be very proud of you. Bye.
Bye.